got me on this couch like therapy.
Yes,
I
you
know
can
what
lie
you're doing.
down if you like.
I know what you're
just
doing
stretch
to
out.
me. I ain't gonna fall for it, though.
I want to thank you for always being so kind and so gracious to me. That's what I want to start off doing. You came on my radio show here in LA one time. You did a beautiful post when we were
African American Film Critics.
Yep, the Film Critics Awards. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. You're just always so gracious to me.
Because you've been gracious to me. Like, people don't know the pedigree about you. You know, I mean, they know who you are now, but they don't know, like, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, you were holding the city of Birmingham down in the mornings, and you were very kind to locals. And I don't think professionally, I don't think our paths crossed at the station. I think I came in right after you left.
Yeah.
But your reputation, the residue of goodness remained. And never heard a bad word about you. Every comedian, anybody from the crib that spoke about interacting with you, or B. Brian, or said Delaney, always spoke highly. So anybody that, and it is impossible to work in the city of Birmingham and not pour your soul into the people of that city. That is what 95.7 is. The community state.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
You can't fake giving a damn about the people.
You cannot. When I first got to Birmingham, Chris Coleman said to me, he said, the only way you're going to win in this city is to take the first week and drive around and figure out where you are and who the people are in that area.
Yep.
And that's exactly what I did.
And so when you are like that within a market, that reputation remains. And so I always had a lot of respect for you for the simple fact that you cared about the people of Birmingham. And anybody that cares about the city of Birmingham, to me, on the backside of that, good for life.
You know how long I kept my Birmingham number? Like, I missed Birmingham. That was out of all the markets I've been in, Birmingham was my favorite. Yeah. I had so much fun. And so did my family. Sometimes when I was gone, my family would come and stay and enjoy the benefits that I had in Birmingham. Oh, Birmingham was the shit.
Y'all would bring in, y'all would have, you know, y'all had Ricky Smiley on for a while and Ricky Blue, and then you had said Delaney on. And to me, like, and also.
And then you came.
Yeah, and so that's the thing, is that chair as a comedian at 95.7 has always been held by a local comedian. Like, that was, until they went syndicated.
Right.
It was Ricky, Said, myself, Jermaine Funny Main, Terry T was in there for a minute. Like, there's been Sir Walt came through them doors. So it's like, you have always been kind and endearing. Like, you're not from Alabama. Like, that ain't your ministry. It didn't have to be.
No, it ain't my ministry.
I'm just saying, you could have done your shit. You could have done your shift and went home.
Yeah.
But you never did that. So I don't know. You're one of those people, like, I always had a lot of respect for. So when we started crossing paths on the acting side as an actor, Tammi Mac the actor, it was always love. So if you call, I'm here.
And here you are.
Yeah. Now, granted, I had other shit to do.
You had a lot of shit to do.
And I was like, hey, I'm in town. I got shit to do, but I can do.
But I can do you too.
Yeah, just figure it out. But when I'm gone, I'm gone. But when I'm here, I got you.
And thank you for having me. What mood are you in today?
I'm generally in the same mood most days. Like, I'm not really a sad person, but I'm also not really a happy person. I'm just more, did we do the job today? What are the objectives? Okay. Objectives complete. Sleep.
Really?
For the most part, like, I'm optimistic.
It's kind of like your shirt, a little bit.
Yeah. This shirt.
It's a mixture of emotions.
Yeah, it's like, it's bright, and, you know, there's a sunrise coming, but the flower is alone. So it's like, it looks sad, but
little
better
dirt
things
there.
are coming.
Then you got the ocean, you know, the vast opportunities in life.
Yes. The opportunities that come with a sunrise. So for me, I tend to skew on the side of optimistic, but I think optimism and happiness are two different states of being.
Yeah.
Because you can be going through something and know that you're still going through it, but know that on the other side of it is something. But that don't mean you smiling while you're going through it. So for me, I just try to tackle stuff. I'm not going to sit here and act like that is the best way to live life, but I have found that to be the most emotionally safest and it's the one I can navigate the easiest and still complete tasks. Because at the end of the day, I'm a father. I have to provide, and that's how I'm wired as a man. And when you talk about manhood and masculinity,
Right.
and you need to slow down and cry, and it's okay to cry. All right, bill's still coming though, and that's not gonna stop. So if I don't do it, I don't know if who, and I don't want the burden to solely be on his mama.
Right.
So, to me, that's to be able to provide is a blessing.
But
So to not take advantage of that
this
in and
kind
of
of humdrum
itself,
thing you're talking about though doesn't seem comedic.
I don't think most comedians are happy. The ones that present the happiest are probably like the most fucked up. Like they're probably the most messed up. Like say like a Robin Williams who killed himself, and
Yeah.
like the drugs and like it's so much of that within our craft. But I'm just here to do my best, and if I do great, great. If I don't, I don't. I feel like anticipation is the fuel for disappointment. So in an effort to not be sad that something did not happen or you didn't get a thing or whatever, I just don't anticipate it. I just do what I need to do, and if it happens, great. If not, there's other stuff. There's other ways. You're never as screwed as you think you are. Most of these things were going on in our journey. It feels like it's something deep at the time, but you was gonna get through it if you had tenacity.
You're never as screwed as you think you are.
Yeah, you're screwed, but you're more often than not, you're not as
Yeah.
screwed as you think you are.
You talked about Birmingham, and that's where you were raised, and that's your city. But now you're on a much, much larger platform than Birmingham. And the trajectory of where you are today from where you come from, does that make you happy?
Yeah, I'm very proud. I think that's probably proud. Now, happy comes in when I get to go back to Birmingham and do something with the leverage that I've built from outside of the city. That's why I left. Like I left because ain't but so much you can do for Alabama in Alabama. Some people choose to stay. I know a lot of people who never left who've done far more charitable stuff and deserve to be celebrated more than me. But I know, like I give you a great example. Last year, Major League Baseball, they had a Negro League tribute game at Rickwood Field. The oldest baseball park in America is in Birmingham, and it's where the Black Barons played. And so they paid tribute to Willie Mays, Birmingham legend. And so I was able to go with MLB Network and go back and interview a ton of old retired Negro Leaguers who still live in the Birmingham area and tell their story. And I don't think that that's something, and I'm not saying this arrogantly, a comedian from Birmingham who loves baseball, who already has a relationship with MLB Network, who else would they have been able to pick to go and get those stories from men who knew and used to work and were interviewed by my father? So it changes the dynamic and the energy of the conversation that I want to have with them. We did it. It's a 4-part podcast called Road to Rickwood. People can go back and hear the history of the city through baseball and racism. But I'm happy then because now I'm getting to bring all these cameras and all this shiny razzle dazzle up in your crib. Just tell the truth about what happened, man. And then you look up, lo and behold, and they're getting honored at that park. And anything that I can do to bring attention back to
Your city.
to the city and the people in it, that's what I do all of this for.
It seems like it feels purposeful. Would that be a word?
I care about the crib. Like it's not. It's weird though because you get older, and I did morning radio in Birmingham. After you left, I was there probably 10 years total before I went to Atlanta. Comedically speaking, I was king of the city. Like, Ricky Smiley is always
I was going to
forever.
say, hold on. Now,
Ricky Waneto. Ricky,
right.
Ricky was in Dallas.
He was in Dallas.
So
and his show wasn't there either at the time.
He wasn't
You're
syndicated to Birmingham yet. So I was, by measurement, the most accomplished comedian within the city at that time. I had national credits, but I was still on the radio
95.7 Jams.
I built a ton of relationships. And so I've been off air probably 15. I haven't been on the radio in Birmingham probably 15 years. So I go back to the boys club, to A.G. Gasson Boys Club on West Side, West End, where I grew up, and go to talk to these kids and blah, 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 and donating money and, it just talking to youth, right?
Right.
First thing the director do when he walk up, how many of y'all know Roy Wood Jr.? Not a single hand. And then,
Let's just deflate your tire.
and then under my breath, without realizing what I was saying, under my breath, I go, "It's cool. I'm sure y'all mamas know me." But I didn't mean it like that.
No.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant it legit. Oh, these kids are all 12 to 15.
Right. Yeah, they don't know you. But
You
their
were
mothers
born when
would.
so I know your mom used to listen to me.
Right.
I ain't saying your mama let me hit that.
But
Let me see a picture of your mama. I might know her. I might know your mama. Like that, to be able to be home and still just talk to them kids about, I'm from this neighborhood, but I made it out and I'm over here doing these things.
yeah.
You can do that too. Like that, to be a beacon like that, because, I've said this publicly on the record, so I don't want you to think I'm blowing smoke in that regard. But Ricky Smiley was the most influential comedian for me in my career. It's comedians you watch and love and study. Who did you study? Who did you like?
Right.
Who's your Mount Rushmore? I saw Ricky Smiley on BET's Comic View in 1997.
Yeah.
And he said, "My name's Lil Darryl." And he starts claiming Alabama out the ass on television.
Roll Tide. Every time he talked, Roll Tide.
That was what I needed. Because that gave me you can be from here and do that. Because Hollywood and LA was presented as this other world that is not for you, that you're never going to make it to. No dream or idea. I didn't have the internet. I didn't have YouTube to see other people who looked like me doing the next thing or whatever.
That was from where you were from.
That's why I said, that lady asked them kids who their favorite comedians was, and they said Drewski and Desi Banks and Casanat. They named a lot of streamers. The Speed, the kid, I showed Speed, I know Speed, you know the one.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you know the one.
But it's dope that they got cats that young doing that much stuff. All I had was Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
What other black teenager was getting it like that other than Keenan and Kel and Eddie Winslow? And acting don't even count. I don't even count because that's still Hollywood. I'm talking about just a regular person walking around the hood with a camera doing jokes, and you seeing them. Like DC Young Fly is a great example of the trajectory of someone who was just grinding in their car, making selfie videos, roasting people. And now,
and I always give credit to Jess Hilarious for doing that too.
1,000,000 times over.
Yeah.
Self-made. Mm-hmm. Self-made. So you look at those people and I'm like, that's dope. But it still feels good if you know somebody's from where you're from and did it. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm planting the seed. You don't have to watch Daily Show. You 12. You ain't supposed to watch Daily Show.
Right. No. You wouldn't even understand the Daily Show.
You wouldn't understand it.
No way. No way.
But
what color are you today?
Ooh. Maybe like a goldenrod orange. Like a burnt orange.
It's somewhere in here.
Yeah.
It's a burnt orange somewhere up in
somewhere
in the set.
Somewhere in the set. Here,
what is burnt orange? What does that represent?
It's optimism, but a little bit of, it's not completely bright. Mm-hmm. It's the darker of the brighter colors, which I think perfectly encaptures my personality. I'm an optimistic pessimist. It probably won't. But just in case, let me try.
Okay, yeah. I think that's what the man next to Jesus on the cross said. He was like, look, I don't know if it's a heaven or a hell, but I'm going to just go with what he say just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Let me go and take this communion real quick.
Right, let me do that. I started this podcast because I was having a journey trying to find my own happiness, Roy. And sometimes I would just look at people who were happy, overjoyed, and look at people in a space doing the things that I wanted to do or I want to do and go, wow, they must be really happy, right? Or sometimes I would look at people who were happy and say, how how the hell are they happy? It kind of happened during the pandemic mostly. And so I just decided to take this journey to talk to people to find out where their happiness is in the midst of dark moments. So, what would you say is the worst or was the worst moment in your life?
Oof. That's a difficult question. I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
There's two different answers, but because sometimes you're in a valley and you don't realize what it's doing to you or what it has done to you.
The valley.
Yeah. So it's like, what was the worst moment? Well, I could tell you it was when my dad died, but it really wasn't, in hindsight, it wasn't his death. It was what happened the year after his death that probably had the most adverse effects on me that I still carry to this day. And I'm not sure if they're for better or for worse, but they are intrinsically who I am. So is that bad? Probably so, but I wasn't crying. I didn't but then I also could tell you a story about, I was really broke trying to do my job and I slept in the car.
Right.
And then I was crying in the car. I feel like to make it in this industry at some point,
you got to cry in the car.
You have to. I feel like the entertainment guides, like, would people ask me how I'm gonna make it and ooh, how do I do it and how do I get there? I go, you got to be willing to give up something. Entertainment, I can't speak for other occupations, but entertainment is interesting in that you don't realize what it's going to cost you until you've been given the career.
Yeah.
Lawyer, doctor, all that, you know what that costs you. You're going to pay 10 years of social life on the front end. It's going to cost you about $300,000 in medical tuition, whatever. But hey, by the time you're 28, 29, you're going to have a good job. You'll never get fired for as long as you're not a drunk. And you can start your life now. You pay on the front end for most jobs. Entertainment, you pay on the back end. And so you look up and you go, oh, I made it, but I missed all of these moments, or I shut people out, or I wasn't there for my kids, or I made it, but to cope with all of that other stress of making it, I got 2 addictions, or I'm super depressed.
Right.
And you never knew that was going to be the cost when you signed up for it. So, for me, I'd say, when you say like the most difficult day, I'd say the day that probably had the most long-term effects on me as a human being was my father passing.
So what were the long-term effects, you believe? So
because my father passed, my mother was, for the most part, grad school, master's degree, law school, so always working at night, always going to school at night to get another degree, to get more money, to keep flipping her salary.
Right.
While my father carried a lot of the weight in the crib, fiscally speaking. Pops dies, bank comes to get the house. Mom ain't got enough bread to match dollar for dollar.
How old were you?
Every expense. I'm 16 years old. So the senior year of high school, you start doing the math on mortgages and bills and back taxes. And my dad was one of them. For everything that he did, my father was a civil rights journalist. And I say that not from the civil rights movement, but he covered the issue of civil rights and equality. And so he grinded in a lot of weird places. He did not have much love for the government. So he didn't pay taxes. So when you die, the first thing the government do, they come in to get theirs. So it don't matter what you got saved up. It don't matter what's in the estate. You get enough to bury the person, and then the rest of that shit kick in to Uncle Sam. Rest of that kick in to Uncle Sam. So now, if you don't have enough bread set aside to cover back taxes, taking the house. So it don't matter if you can afford the mortgage on the house. Either you can pay this house off or you can't. Either you can pay the debts off or you can't.
Right.
So them back taxes is a beast. So the name of the game, and I can't remember if me and my mom had a conversation about it or not, but it was basically, I'm going to stall the government until you graduate from high school. We're not going to lose this house. We're not going to move while you're still in school. I'm going to stall the government until you graduate, and then when you dip off to FAMU, I'm going to let them take the house. So in the meantime, pay bills, do this and this. So I became hell-bent on helping around the house. And I was already kind of sort of working. I had broken every child labor law, 14, 15,
Right.
working 20 hours a week.
Oh, Lord. And going to school.
And going to school. My pops dies, I'm working 30 hours a week to help with the bills.
Wow.
I'm going to school. So, I'm working night shifts a little bit here and there. I'm working my weekends, forget about it. I wasn't at the mall. I ain't go to no roller skating. I ain't go to no parties. Working.
No social life
Not really.
in your teens.
Not really. Not after my pops died. I mean, you'd make the harvest dance in the spring and you hit the JROTC military ball.
Okay.
You hit the big joints.
Right.
But, I'm still trying to play baseball spring of my senior year, and I'm still working after baseball practice. Just all I knew was work. And so that built an ethics within that.
Right.
My relationship with work and money and effort started then. And I know that a ton of it was about not wanting to be a burden on my mother because, hey, Ma, I know you got to do as much as you can to try to not lose the house. So I can work enough. I got my clothes covered. Matter of fact, gas
Break you
bill.
off some.
Something.
Now, were you working that hard or were you dabbling in some drugs?
No, I wasn't selling drugs.
Okay.
Now, I didn't get arrested till college. That's different. And that was for credit cards. I
I'm like,
ain't
well,
doing
you
no
did
drugs.
this. I'm thinking of all my drug dealing
bad.
boyfriends.
My
you know?
bad. This
That's
is
what they
Baskin
used
Robbins.
to
I
do
should have
me.
just went.
Right.
Baskin Robbins, Subway.
Okay.
I worked at Subway on 5.7. So is that.
Got it.
Like, I go to work, I steal sandwiches on the clock. Like, I knew how to steal food. That's part of how I only worked food jobs. So I knew that I'd have a free meal. And if I can figure out a way to get 2 sandwiches out this back door, then I know I got something to eat at school tomorrow. So now I don't have to worry about paying $2. Wherever I could cut a corner, I cut a corner. And so the idea of working became so normal to me. So the idea of slow down, social life, anything like that, never really been a thing. Which, all right, fine, when you're in your 20s, man, I'm getting it, I'm grinding.
Right.
Yeah, but then when you 45, 46,
You ain't getting it as much.
yeah, you need to sit your ass down and go outside and touch grass. But in your brain, gotta work.
Yeah.
And so people go, man, you doing it all. You got all the thing, you doing this, you doing this, you doing it. Man, I see you, Wood.
We see you.
And it's like, cool, but also, I wonder if I should be doing all this shit. Maybe I should I just be doing 2 things? Why am I doing 6 things? But I know all of that goes back, that approach,
Goes back to your
it all
childhood.
goes back to 1995. And that's just what it is. And so that part of me is like, I wish that I could shift that gear a little bit, but we live in such a fiscally predatory society that if you don't have, then people are going to try and take. And then somewhere along the lines, I have a child. So now you have the pressure of providing for a child. And I think the thing you realistically have to accept as a parent is that you think that your life is for you. And for a while it is.
Right.
And then you look up one day and you realize, oh, I'm living for him. You still have a social life. You can go have a little martini and a cigar every now and then. But for the most part, your responsibility is to set your child up. And it's like, you're coming down the court thinking you're about to dunk, and then you have a kid and you realize your job is to throw the alley-oop. That's all I'm here for, is to throw my son the oop, which is fine. You get to still have an existence. But when I die, him and his mama should not be in no situation where he got to look up and go, I got to go get a job right now. Right now. So the only way to protect him from that is to throw a block. And you throw the block by putting 6 pots on the stove. And that's how I see that. And
when you say 6 pots on the stove, I'm back to drugs.
Yeah,
What
now it's a drug analogy. Now we back.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, but
okay.
I leave Daily Show and immediately I sell an hour special to Hulu. I sell a book. I have 3 television scripts in motion. There's a podcast and late night thing that I'm kind of trying to get off the ground as well. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But it's a blessing. Is that not why you cried in your fucking car? Is that not why you cried in your car? Yeah. Was to have all the opportunities? Well, now you got them.
Now you got them.
And we're going to say, well, not this one. No, give me that one.
Give me that
like
one too.
Steve Harvey and Shaquille O'Neal, just yes.
Yes to everything.
Yes. What's your name? Yes.
What is that, Shonda Rhimes, the year of yes?
Yes. Now, what Shaq and Steve Harvey have over me is that they are comfortable trusting other people to handle their affairs. I have extremely difficult trust issues with hiring people, and just because I'm so used to doing things on my own because of 1995.
Boy, 1995 did a job on you.
Yeah, that was a year.
Did several jobs on you, I guess.
So, that
So do you, when you speak of your son, do you want him to work? Do you want him to have the work ethic that you have?
I'm torn. I've worked since I was 13. I wanted a pair of Ken Griffey's shoes. Or was it? No, by then I think it was Junior Seau. These Air Missions.
I remember the Ken Griffey's though.
And it was freshman year, it was 92. So I'd already raked yards around town, around the neighborhood. I would rake leaves.
Nobody rakes leaves anymore, Roy. Isn't that crazy?
I know.
Nobody's raking leaves, cutting yards.
Or they just leave it out. These new kids don't do yard work. You don't see no kids walking through the hood with a lawnmower no more. Just $10, 15 front and back. Gone. So I ain't believe in cutting grass. It was too hot. But I would wait till the fall because nobody would rake leaves. In the South, people would burn leaves. So I would do a rake and burn for you for $10. Like, whatever you want me to do. That was the first lick, was doing that to get money for Nintendo tapes. And, I bought baseball cards and, magazines and stuff. And then I went to summer school for algebra my freshman year of high school. And we was at West End High School at the time. I went to Ramsey, but you get sent to your zone school for summer school. Right. And the seat I had, I could peep game out the window, and there was a little gas station right up the street, little Church's Chicken. I think it became a Green Acres eventually. And I would see a dude come out there every day around noon, and he'd sweep the whole parking lot. And anytime somebody pulled in, he had to stop sweeping and go in and help whoever. He was, I guess, front counter, or grill or something. And so one day after summer school, I walk over there and I talk to him and I go, yo, let me sweep this parking lot for you. I'll do it for free. Mm-hmm. Give me a box of chicken. And he goes, you got a deal, little motherfucker. You got a deal, little nigga. So 3-piece, biscuit and a pepper.
You good.
I knew I had a meal, so I would take my meal at summer school, a little free sandwich or whatever, sell that for 50 cents. So now I'm up 50
flipping
cents.
Sandwiches.
So now I'm up 50 cents. I would go across the street, sweep the lot up, whatever. Then I peeped diagonally across from the Church's Chicken, a little gas station. He always sweeping trash and picking up cups. Folks nasty, liquor bottles or whatever. So I go over to him, I go, hey, I already sweep the church's chicken across the street. He paid me $10. He go, I ain't got no $10. I ain't giving you no $10 to sweep the lot. Well, that's cool. How about this then? Give me a $10 credit for anything I want in the store, and you can write it off as shoplifting.
Wait, did you tell him that?
Yes, because they write off. They
But I'm
account
just
for
trying to
theft.
figure out how you knew that to even propose that. Yeah, like your negotiation tactics are off the chain,
I
brother.
only knew that because the Circle K closer to South Park Road, it's a Mike's Grocery now. The Circle K that was closer to my house, I had rapport with that cashier, and he would talk about the little kids coming in here stealing. It don't matter to me. It ain't none of my candy. I just write it off. Ain't none of my candy.
Okay,
I ain't finna chase you.
You soaked that one
So
in. Okay, got it.
That's backlog. So I go to my man in the gas station. I go, I'm making $10 across. I'm lying through my teeth.
Right.
I'm making $10 across the street. But for you, just give me $5 to $10 worth of candy, and we good. He go, you got a deal, little nigga. You got a deal, boy. So after summer school, I would go across the street. I sweep the parking lot of the church's chicken. While I'm eating that chicken, sweep the parking lot of the Citgo. Go into Citgo, leave with $10 worth of Snickers bars, Skittles, whatever. Go to summer school the next day.
Sell it.
Sell the candy. So that was the first. It's the idea of independence, and that's what every man wants. I can't speak for women, but I know that as a man, to be able to not need anyone is one of the most freeing feelings in the world. And so that, it wasn't even about the money. It was about the fact that now I do not need to ask my mom for anything.
Yeah.
And I ain't got to hear her take that long, deep breath before she called one of her sorors asking, can she borrow whatever, 40, 50, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
Or watching her pull out her checkbook and her budget thing and figuring out what's not going to get paid this month so I can get the Ken Griffey's or the back to school. I remember one year, I'm a Cubs fan. The Cubs had this dope-ass Sammy Sosa batting practice spring training exclusive, only available for a week and a half.
It don't sound like nobody black could afford that, though.
Ooh, but I did because I was raking them leaves.
And selling that candy.
And then that got me into my first job at Baskin-Robbins. And I remember when we went in to get the application, it was leaving church, and my mom took me there to pick up the application. She goes, all right, I was 14. She goes, are you sure you want to do this? I go, do what? She says, start working. Once you start this, you're never going to stop. Today is your last day. If you go in that building, today is your last day doing all of this other stuff that you've ever wanted to do. And you 14, you ain't thinking about shut up, Joyce. Open the door. Go in here and get this
application.
I'll be damned. She was right.
She was right.
She was right. I ain't never stopped working since.
Because this probably going to be the most chill you are today. You leave here and have to go back to work.
Serene. Like, it's cool to, just sit here with you. Because also I, respect you, and you're like a prepared journalist, and you have real conversations. You're not asking me, so when did you tell your first joke? Yeah. I'm never going to get hit with that shit from you. But, I'm sorry, that's a very long answer.
Might be a good question. I don't know.
That's a very long answer, but, in terms of that burnt orange, it's like, I'm just optimistic. I'm happy, but also know, all right, I probably should do a little less if I can.
Yeah.
But to do less, I feel like I need to be making more. So to make more right now, I need to do more.
But let me ask you this, though, Roy. Are you doing more because you want to do more, or because you're at the status that you are? Are people requesting and requiring you to do more? Is it a choice, or is it really no choice at all in the matter?
I think you can curate the things you commit to, but if it's just the things I want to do, I still could fill my calendar with that. So, I think you do things. I think the trick now is you do whatever it is you have to do, and you balance that with things you want to do so that it doesn't all feel like a chore.
Right.
So for me, that's probably the bigger issue now is okay, I said yes to this. It could be a chair. Perfect example right now. So we have, there were a lot of fires in Los Angeles. And a lot of people that I know in the entertainment community lost their homes. And a lot of them are not people out in Malibu who gonna get their check.
Right.
Probably already didn't got their check. It's a lot of folks that's gonna be down bad. And so you'll have people that'll go, oh, I'm doing a benefit show. Okay, cool. Well, I know a million people doing benefit shows. I can't do every benefit show.
Right.
But there's a time where I would have tried. And so the growth comes in going, hey, can't do that one. And then as I've learned, and I probably shouldn't, like, a wise woman told me a long time ago, no is a complete sentence. But I'm always no, comma. And then I try to explain why I can't.
Yeah.
My own little,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, still like me, don't be mad.
Right, exactly.
Which just means, no, I can't do it. So the journey to get into a place of just saying no cleanly, a little shaky, but I will say no now. I can't do all of that. I know that that's something you need me to do and you trying to do your thing, but I've committed to this charitable angle of it, and I'm focusing all my efforts just on that.
Right.
Because the rest of this time has to be for me. So, I'm still learning in that regard. 46, still learning.
I think we'll forever be learning, right? It's clear that 95 had an effect on you when it comes to your work ethic and the desperate need to work, even when there's not a desperate need. But how else were you affected? What else? Because you said that whole year after.
Well, I just worked. And so then that rolled into college where it's like, okay, now I'm in college. Now I can't work the way I want because the classes are all over the place. Now I really need clothes. Now I really need the best speakers in my dorm room.
No way.
Yeah, you do. And so then that's where stealing and all of that came into play. Where it's like, it's still, but even though you get your hands on somebody else's credit card and you go run it up and go buy some clothes, okay, fine. But even that was still rooted in not wanting to be a burden on my mom. It wasn't about the thrill of you a klepto and you just like stealing. No. I don't feel like hearing my mama take that breath when I call for money.
That's classic black mama though.
Hey, mama, you got the money for the...
We all know that breath.
And so now, with my son, I don't know anything else about parenting, but I've made it clear to my son, if you need it, ask me. Period.
But you don't feel like...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to say it.
Are you crippling him?
Are you enabling?
Am I enabling? And I don't know yet because he's 8. When does the switch flip? Because it's like, all right, go work and learn how to earn and appreciate a dollar.
Right.
Yeah, but also don't steal one. I got real lucky. I should have gone to prison. I got real lucky.
Did you go to jail?
I went to jail. I didn't get sentenced. I got arrested.
Right.
But my ultimate sentence was probation.
Okay.
For something that should have sent me to prison. I had a lot of good people in my corner who wrote a lot of very strong worded letters to prosecutors. And that kept me out of jail as a 19-year-old.
Right.
And that's what got me into stand-up, was that whole experience. But if my actions were rooted in not wanting to be a burden, then my child will never need to ever feel like one to me. That moves to the top of the list of things to do as a parent. Right. Now, underneath that, how do I instill values and blue collar and elbow grease? And everything you talking about.
Right.
Got to figure that out. But for my own brain and I guess trauma or whatever, I don't want it. And if he asks me for something, I'm not going to make a face or a grimace or, you know, there could be a you don't need that.
Right.
Maybe. But you don't need that versus I cannot afford it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, I hope, two different catalysts. And
This
that's
is
how you
good.
keep, that's how you keep
This is
1995
so good, Roy.
from
Yeah.
digging and permeating into the next generation.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Are we so tainted and triggered by and by we, I mean me in this instance, because you think differently. But Black people are always saying, you got to teach that boy how to work. You got to make sure he's working. Is that something that's a toxic trait of Black people? Because we don't know, I don't want to say wealthy, but people who have it, we don't know how that feels. And so in our minds, we're always talking about, you got to work, you're a man, you got to work. But did Aaron Spelling make his son work? I don't know, I'm just trying to think of, are the Kardashian, is that brother working? You know what I mean? Like, there's a different class of people who think differently than where we come from. So are you doing it right and the rest of the Black folk doing it wrong?
And that's the thing about parenting. You don't know whether or not you did it wrong until like 25 years in.
And your son on the couch.
Still living with you. You're like, I should have made you go to Baskin Robbins. Should have clocked in for a shift.
They still around.
Yeah, like the idea though that a lot of Black people, I feel, working was the easiest way to avoid whatever horrors were in your world or in your head. What better way to not deal with the traumas of getting beat on than just do your job?
Yeah.
It's so within that there is still the ability to provide. So then that becomes what you believe is the focal point of values and everything. But all these same folks telling you to work, the same ones won't tell you none of their traumas or what they went through. Ask a Black person over 70 something serious and they'll tell you, well, don't worry about it. I ain't tripping on that no more. Some will tell you their struggles, but will they really they'll talk to you about the times. Old Black person tell you about, them white people was beating and we was marching and like, cool, now tell me how that affected you and informed. Yeah. Tell me about the fact that you cheated on my grandma and you have 4 kids around the corner. Tell me about the fact that you never left granddaddy when you found out about the 4 kids. What was it about you? Was there a self-esteem issue that you feel useless? Did you inform your daughters and sons? I don't shut. I ain't finna sit on. Boy, get out my house. You want to learn the cornbread recipe? I do a joke about it. It is respectful. Recipe.
Yeah.
We are more quick to pass down recipes than trauma as Black people.
Yeah.
And that's because it's hard to crystallize those emotions into words. I get it.
Yeah.
But without all of that information, we don't truly know if a work directive is the best way to build values of the ethics,
Yeah, and character in a person.
I don't know, but my son needs to learn hard work, and I do things well, he's 8, so for now it's chores.
Right.
And take the trash and do the thing and stop pouting when I ask you to do. You know how blessed you are as kids over there and they starving.
In Africa, I'm starving.
Yeah, but you can't even use the starving in Africa rumor no more. Them Africans got TikTok.
Right?
And the Africans mad because they like, stop saying we starving. We got streets.
We good.
Yes, there's poverty, but also Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Have you not heard? So you can't even say people starving in Africa no more. The Africans will be like, hey, keep my name out your mouth.
Why am I in
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. So I don't know, but I know that the idea of my child ever feeling like they cannot come to me with something, for me, was a catalyst for bad choices. So I got to take that away from him. If I'm a screw up as a parent, it will be rooted in something other than him ever thinking that he could not come to me with any problem, any issue.
Yeah.
Now it's on me as a parent to receive that without judgment, because your kids are going to come with you with some stuff that you're going to, that's going to be your first reaction is, why would you? No.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's important to, we talk about unconditional love, but we treat our kids and put all these conditions on when they can get a hug and when they can get a pat on the head. You can't live like that and then turn around and go, I want God to bring somebody in my life that love me. Well, you don't even love your kid the way you're supposed to love them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I hope I don't cripple my son that way. And if I do, he'll get with a.
Well, will you share this story? Will you be sharing this story with your son at some point?
Yeah, I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book right now. Well, I have written. Like, if I died tomorrow, the publisher could take what I've written and work that into a solid. It's called The Man of Many Fathers, and so the book is about the lessons and the values I learned from men that came into my life after my father died.
Right.
So there's only so much I learned from my dad because we just didn't get enough time. So, oh yeah, I learned this from him. I learned that from him. He taught me about not snitching, and this person taught me about finding a good woman. Like, all the little things you need.
That's good.
To be decent.
Because I would imagine
it's just a series of stories.
I would imagine a lot of brothers have garnered information and advice from men other than their fathers. Yeah. Because we, our
Uncles
generation comes
OGs.
From these broken homes. I know you lost your father, but,
Yeah, but even in that sense, though, my pops, I've talked about this. I'm the 9th of 11 kids. I'm my mom's only child. So do the math on what you think that house would have been like, and you probably are correct.
Right.
So mine is physical, like he didn't come in putting hands on folks, but in the sense of not having that presence around the clock as probably would have been best. I necessarily have that. So you do end up talking more to baseball coaches, and if you're not careful also, your kids will end up confiding in people that are predatory.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful about that. And so that's the other thing I deal with my son is figuring out how to trust but verify people. Yeah. And that's tough. How do you get people to, be nice to people, but also be wary of them?
Right.
Be nice, but don't trust them.
Yeah. Do you believe that your work ethic is what made you different after your father's death than before?
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been different had he not died, your work ethic?
I think a little bit. A little bit. I was already working, but the burden on my mother would not have been the same.
So that was more of the catalyst than anything.
Yeah, his death made her life stressful because she's trying to keep the house while studying in law school. I guess
did she get her law degree? Did the house go to? Did she get rid of the house?
The day I left for freshman orientation in June, whatever the paperwork is, where you file with the IRS and just go, y'all can come get this shit. She filed, come get this house paperwork.
Wow.
I don't know if that's what it's called, but but basically, I ain't gonna fight y'all no more.
Here it is.
So it was just, you're filing documents to run out the clock, is essentially what she did. Let me get it. Continuances. That's what's.
Yeah.
I need an extension as we reassess the property value.
Forbearance. We need to get a deferment.
Yeah. An inspector must come out to look at the house to properly value the house now, and then you delay the inspection by 2 months, and then the inspector comes out, and then that's somebody and you tell the inspector, hey, tell him you need another inspection.
Right. Oh, the inspection.
Yes, yeah, right. I need to inspect the inspection. So mile markers like that laid out. So I think that more than anything, that was the catalyst. It wasn't so much, yes, the death, but like if the house was paid off and my daddy died, I don't know if I'm the same. And as much as I speak about work ethic now, like between 95 to 2025, let's not act like that focus is not the reason why I am where I am today. I am not the funniest comedian. I think I do a decent job, but I will work your ass under the table. I will out strategize you. And at the end of the day, I will work to find the people who like me. I don't know if I'll ever be global performing in Portugal like Kevin Hart and in 20,000 seats.
Right.
I don't care. I'm loved the places I go. I make money. People leave happy. That's good.
Do you think you have more of a white audience than a black audience?
Yeah, if we're going statistically speaking. I mean, but also, I was on a white show for a decade.
Right.
And now I'm on CNN. So there's a lot of white people that rock with me. It's not like, but the thing is that people say you have a white audience, and then they make it seem like it's 95-5. My audience is probably 60-40 white. So I would argue mixed audience. But nobody talks in the sense of mixed.
Right.
They just go, either you're for black folks or you for them crackers. I mean, but it's a lot of, but keep in mind, there's a bunch of liberal ass white folks at my show too.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm performing for trucker hats all day and MAGA. Like, I don't care who comes out to see me.
Just come see
That
me.
doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Your audience will reflect the places in which you have built yourself and the relatability of your material. And a lot of what I talk about is the world by and large. I don't just talk strictly about black stuff.
Right.
So white people might relate to it too. So they come in. And I think it's more white people than black people because white people buy their tickets early. So they just...
So we just shit out of
Y'all
luck.
just- y'all just
We
missed
should have
out.
bought our ticket early.
It ain't that black folks don't want to come see you. They can't. The ticket's gone.
The tickets is gone.
So I don't know. I'm thankful that I had that level of focus though, because for all of the distractions in this game, I've never had any. I've never had any. Like I'm God bless it, I ain't never had a drinking problem. I ain't never had no drug problem. I get sad. I've gone to therapy. I would not define myself, having met people with real depression, severe depression, I would say that by and large, I've avoided that bucket as well. So a lot of that has come from the fact that I enjoy the work. I like doing all of this stuff. So if you like what you do, when you on the road, you don't go to bed.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
you do
stay-
it well. When you
don't
like
stay
what
out
you do,
till
you
4
do
in
it
the
well.
morning. I could, when I was at Jams, my first 4 years at the radio station, if the gig was 5 hours or less from Birmingham, I commuted.
You drove
Because
or flew?
I drove. I did not want to lose the opportunity to grow in radio. But if I'm in Nashville Wednesday through Sunday, all right, when we get off the air Wednesday morning, I do my post-production work, make sure I'm cleared with the show host is Buck Wild.
Right.
I'm cleared with my supervisor. Hey, tomorrow's Thursday morning segments are in the system. This, and this is ready. Guest prep. So-and-so's coming in. They got a concert. I got a one sheet of questions for you to ask them. We good? Cool.
Yeah.
I-65 North. Go to Nashville, do the show, get off stage, get done. I'm hosting, but I got to stay the whole show.
Right.
Show end about 10 o'clock. Sell my little CDs at the merch table, shake a hand. 11 p.m.,
Back on the road.
65 South. Get back to Birmingham 1, 2 in the morning. If I'm that early, I'll go home. But if I'm going to like Louisville, I'm going, Knoxville's 4.5. A little far. Louisville's like 4 or 5 hours. Get back to Birmingham 4:30 in the morning. I go straight to the Jock Lounge and I sleep on the couch. Set my alarm for 5:55. Get up, walk in the room, go brush my teeth. We on the air.
Yeah.
Get off the air, 11 o'clock. Hey, man, tomorrow's prep is done.
For a lot less than what you're making now, though.
I was getting paid $9 an hour, 29 hours a week. They wouldn't give me full time to even give me health and dental. Those first 2 years when I finally got there. But those years were so essential. It's so essential.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think about that and I wonder, like, with my son, like, how much do you hire? We talk about nepotism, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll ever be in entertainment because he got 2 parents that love him. So it's not possible.
Stop it.
He can't be a comedian with 2 parents
They love him.
His mama cook for him. I go to get him from his mama house, all types of scents coming out the house.
You're like,
I'm like, that's love. That smell like embrace.
warm embrace.
Y'all in here embracing? So I bring him over to my house. All right, I got to embrace you too. Because that's what happens when you have 2 loving parents.
That's what happens.
You ain't going to get
You're not going to out-embrace me.
You ain't out-embrace me. Come on over here, boy, and sit with your Come over here, boy, sit with your daddy and read. Like, I'm not. So the love and warmth he feels between 2 houses, yeah, he ain't going to be, he might be in entertainment. He ain't going to be no stand-up comedian.
Let's talk about this for a minute because I love your co-parenting style, but I do want to hit this. A lot of men are upset when they have to give the mother of their child money, right? And they would prefer to pay for the thing that the child needs or whatever, or, and I oftentimes say, if I had a lot of money and the man didn't have a lot of money, I would still want my child to live like I'm living, even when they go visit their father. And so it's always about the child. So when you talk about out embracing and that kind of thing, I've never heard that from a black man.
Who the hell you been having on this show?
I've never heard that. I've never heard. It's always the anger of supporting the child in fear of the mother being supported as well.
Why is that a bad thing?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I understand where some men come from, but a lot of that comes down to the character of the woman. If she's going to misappropriate funds, I need a gajillion billion for the child, and then the child get 1 pair of sneakers, and she get a Benz. Okay, feels a little off, but I think if the child, the way I look at it, God damn, goes back to 1995. The way I look at it is this. You're helping me raise this child. I love the boy. I cannot do this alone. There's certain things intrinsically that a woman, especially a black woman, brings to raising a black child that I do not, skill sets I do not possess. Genetically, just pre-installed software.
Right.
As a man, I ain't got everything you got on the nurturing side.
Right.
So for my son to have the best chance at a decent and stable life, his mama does not need to be stressed about money. Now, I don't know what else, other things you got to deal with in life and whatever's going to come along. That ain't my concern. I mean, I could try, but in terms of just base level, you can have whatever worries you want, but the woman that raising your child should not be worried about money. Because if she's worried about money, if the woman that's raising your child is worried about money, then sooner or later, that stress is going to trickle down to the child. And you cannot predict how that will affect your child. And I can say this with certainty because I lived up the hall from a woman who was worried about money. Yeah. And so I know how that affected me, and it changed me, seeing her in that state. I didn't like that. So if there's one thing I can have influence on, because what you can't do as a co-parent is dictate everything that happened in that other house. You ain't got no say in that. But I do know that once you take money off the table, there's not a lot of things left to argue about. All of these public co-parenting arguments we see celebrities having, it ain't about whether or not the kid should go to private school or public. It's just money. They ain't getting into, well, hey, Twitter, can you believe I only get 6 days for Christmas with my child while she gets 9? That ain't, huh?
No, it's never that.
But that's the stuff. Once you take money out the equation, and that's silly. That's trivial. That stuff evaporates, and those are easy
Right.
problems to resolve.
Do you find that taking money off the table has assisted you in co-parenting?
I think so, but I think money in general makes most problems go away. There are new problems that could happen or
Right.
whatever, but I'm not gonna act like co-parenting isn't hard. It is. It's not the ideal scenario. It's not what you dreamt when you conceived the child. So it's not gonna be all roses, but I do think that if you approach co-parenting, if two adults can say, I want what's best for you because I know it will be best for the child, then that inherently
Yeah.
helps the scenario. I remain in a job where I have to move around a lot. You think I could do that with someone that's a bad co-parent? I'm very blessed and I'm very lucky to be in the scenario that I'm in, because the shit all these other folks be talking about, I'm like, couldn't be me.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh,
Whoa,
really?
whoa.
You only get them for 2 weekends in the summer? But then I also hear about men who don't see their kids at all.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
Like
too.
that's
Like, I don't
that's
know why
some
a woman
sucker
would-
shit. And then these be the same dudes coming around trying to kick it, and like I can't even be around folks like that no more. Like, it's folks in this industry I know, comedians I know,
that don't see their children by choice.
that do not see their children by choice, and then coming around to have a drink, dap me up like a man. You're good at your job. You're very good at your job. You're good at what you do, but you have a lot of responsibilities you're not taking care of, and that's part of why I keep to myself within this industry.
Yeah.
I know everybody, but I can't say that I have a clique. I got a couple of cats I do shrooms with sometimes.
Stop it.
But in the sense of, co-parenting, that once you realize that even if you're not together, she remains the most important person in my life.
Oh, that's deep, Roy.
It doesn't change.
Yeah.
The
Switching
title
gears real
changed,
quick, I
but
want to ask you,
know,
did you make your mother proud of you?
Yeah, my mom's very proud of me.
And are you still taking care of her?
I take care of my mom now. And what's funny is that
Like, did you buy her a house? That's really what I want to know.
no, I ain't got a house yet. I ain't got a house. I'm on CNN on a Saturday. That ain't buy a house
That's
night.
not buy a house. Okay, look, I don't know.
Buy a house night is Mondays, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday,
yeah,
right? Not
Anderson
just
Cooper.
Monday. Okay.
Yeah, my mom went from when I first started stand up in '98, because I was still on probation. She didn't think I should be doing it, and my response was to stop talking to her, because I'm not going to explain myself. You don't understand. But she just wanted me to graduate. And so when I got, sidebar, I got suspended from FAMU for a semester for all the credit card stuff, because it's student code of conduct, and you can't use a stolen credit card on campus. That is frowned upon.
Okay.
So,
All right, fam, you. Glad y'all got some.
yeah, thank you for not expelling your boy, though. I needed that degree. So when I got back in school, I went to my mom and I go, look, I know you don't like it, and I know you want me to graduate. So how about this? How about if I make good grades, you leave me alone, and in exchange, because it had gotten back to me, she was worried about me on the road, because she had found out I was sleeping in bus stations.
Well, yeah, a mother would be worried.
Yeah, I slept in the Birmingham bus station, and one of my mama's students is a luggage.
It's like, is that?
Yeah, and then ran right back to my mama's class. My mom was teaching at the college, and ran right back to Dr. Wood. I seen your son sleeping at the bus station last night on my shift. So when she found that out, she became concerned as a mom.
Right.
And so the deal was, I make good grades, you leave me alone, And and when I get back in town every Monday, I just call and tell you I'm okay. Hey, I'm alive. Didn't get lynched. Didn't get locked up.
Lynched.
Yeah, which is a real concern of a black
In
mom
Birmingham, Alabama, yeah.
performing in rural
So
South.
you negotiating with the gas station people and the chicken people
Listen,
and
let me
your
cut your
mama.
deal. Let me cut your deal, big dog. But yeah, so we went from that. My mom, we didn't talk because she just didn't approve of it. She didn't understand. But then I made Dean's List. And then the next semester I made Dean's List. And that really thawed our relationship because it was like, oh, wow, you actually focus. And then it showed me, oh, wow, I wasn't dumb. I wasn't a bad student. I was just distracted doing a million things.
Right.
And so she bought me a car. She still didn't approve of comedy, but bought me a car so I wouldn't sleep in bus stations no more.
Yeah.
And so that's love. Like that's
a warm embrace.
Blind love. That's a smell like an embrace.
Smell like an embrace.
To go from that to my mom then having viewing parties when I got on BET's Comic View.
Yeah.
To now, I literally got a phone my mama earlier today. I'm having the girls over. This Hulu shit signed in. Come, tell Glenn to come over, sign in my Hulu. Me and the girls gonna watch the special.
I love it.
My mom,
biggest
man,
fan.
Without a doubt,
biggest
fan, and my first supporter was my mama. That was my first sponsorship.
Okay, a couple of quick questions I'm gonna ask you here.
Okay.
I don't even I don't even know how to ask you. No questions on this page right here. I'm like, where do I go? He answered everything. We good. What was the last time someone made you happy?
Oof. There have been acts of sincerity to me from women I've dated in the last few years. Ultimately, the relationship, they never worked out, but very, very nice gestures. Very nice gestures. I remember a woman bought me a pair of sneakers. She had snuck and found out my shoes. Like it was a very thoughtful.
All right. But that was the last time somebody made you happy? You can't even remember.
What define happiness? What are you talking
whatever,
about? Some girl made me a sandwich one time.
Like, it's whatever. I mean,
but I'm defining it by like the sense of, wow, this was not expected. I've literally had to stop and have a mood shift. You have literally altered the state of my being in this moment with this gesture.
Oh.
But it could be something as simple as, hey, good luck with the thing. Way to go with the thing. I watched it and yay. But like, I don't know. I remember that.
You remember she went and found your shoe size and bought you some shoes. What shoe was it? You don't remember the shoe?
I ain't gonna say which shoe, because then somebody new might be in my house try to throw them shoes out, because I still got them shoes.
Was it an expensive shoe or a regular shoe?
No, I'm a man. Just give me some Nikes.
Okay. Now somebody gonna, which Nikes what is?
Is these the ones that bitch?
You know they always say you're not supposed to buy people shoes because then they walk out your life.
Yeah. Yeah, that one
Seemed like that didn't work out. She probably should have bought you no shoes.
Didn't work out.
When was the last time you made somebody happy?
I don't know. You have to ask them. I know I be pissing people off sometimes because I don't communicate.
That would that's strangulation.
Yeah, but I can't communicate regularly because I be working. I'm sorry, I be working.
So you made somebody happy. Who? Your son? Who?
Yeah, my son for sure. We taking him on a trip for spring break, and he's excited about that. Like my son, I'm trying to get him in the space camp this summer.
Oh, okay.
So he's like thrilled about that. Like we might go down to Huntsville. He's big into aviation and all of that jive. And the irony of it was that the first time I really understood the concept of poverty was when I was in maybe the third or fourth grade, and I asked my mom if I could go to space camp. And then she literally explained why, mathematically, why this will never happen.
Wow, what a full circle moment.
Yeah.
Mm.
And now
Well,
I'm
that
just
should make you happy.
Yeah, it makes me happy
Yeah,
to
that should
be
make you
able to throw a oop to the boy
Yeah.
so we can have a better life.
What's your happy meal?
Oh, I had a couple. I call them victory meals.
Okay. I like that. That's
Um,
good. Victory meals.
if I've had like I've sold a show or something, you know, for a good career milestone, ribeye steak. Um, Usually, if I'm in New York, I'll go to STK. West Coast, I try to go to Maestro's. Like a nice, real ribeye steak, and then I get a sprinkles cupcake.
Like the
Like
sprinkles.
that's the
Okay.
joint. And then there's a spot. There's a Japanese style hot dog cart in Santa Monica on the pier called Japa Dog,
Oh, okay.
and like
That's a
that's
happy
my
meal right
yeah
there.
yeah
Happy place.
home.
Mm.
It's the place I see the least.
Right.
So when I'm home, like my dream is to always just never have to leave the house. Like people go, your dream vacation, wait,
Like home.
couch and a remote,
You don't have to
and
do anything.
just
You don't have to pack,
and it's so
figure out what to wear
rare.
every day.
It's so rare, but
Yeah.
I like being home. And if you put me at any baseball game, I'm happy. It doesn't matter the team. It doesn't matter the level. I don't care if it's little league. It could be the World Series. I've didn't seen them all and loved them all the same.
Love the Little League just as much as the World Series.
Yeah, Little League cheaper
all
though,
right.
so you might want to start Little League.
Your happy homie.
What do you mean?
Like,
Like my best friend? Who's my bestie
no, like
buddy?
who do you hang around where you find yourself happy all the time?
Oh, shit. I hang around comedians, Tammy. They sad. They
Well, that's
be
sad.
drinking. Um, you know somebody I like. I do his podcast more than kick it. I like Bomani Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Bomani Jones is the homie.
Okay.
Tom Joyner as well. You know, he's retired, but
Yeah. I haven't heard his name in a while.
tell you something. I don't know how this happened, but I'm friends with
Tom?
one of my idols.
He's the best.
And we text and talk trash. And it's so funny because for everything that Tom Joyner did for black people with his syndicated show,
Yes.
and I think the number when he retired was over 30,000 children he sent to college on scholarships,
Yep.
give or take. Oh, me and him hate all the same black people. It was so good. It was
Y'all couldn't bond it.
It was so relieving to just be like someone who's built their career loving black people and building blackness. But then the moment that camera and that microphone turned on, you know I can't stand. You know I'm like, ooh, I can't stand him either.
You know, let me tell you my Tom Joyner
That's
story.
my dog.
Do you know I crashed Tom Joyner's wedding? He had a wedding in Jamaica
Okay.
at the what was the name of the hotel? Sun Moon or something like that. I can't remember the hotel. But he and Jackson and I were there for another wedding. But Tom Joyner had an all-white wedding. So we decided we was going to put on our white and go to his wedding. So we watched him and his now ex-wife walk into the water, and then they swam across the ocean after they said their I-do's, and then they got in the boat, and then they drove off, and then they came to, where the reception was. Baby, we was in the reception eating cake. We got the goodie bags. We
This is
crashed.
so
We
black.
took pictures with him. I swear to God, we took pictures with him.
I used to do that.
Never met Tom Joyner.
So when I first started stand-up, I wore suits because I was 19. I looked 14.
Uh-huh.
And I'm performing for 30-year-olds, so I need to look grown.
Right.
Tallahassee, there used to be a Ramada Inn at North Monroe by the freeway, and that was the main comedy club. It was also the main convention center hotel where couples had weddings. So on Saturday nights, while we're performing, the next conference room over would be some couple's reception. I peep game because I'm wearing a suit. I could just walk in that thing and just pretend I'm with the bride or the groom.
Yeah.
And I'd be in there eating
Eating
good.
Oh, man, when I tell you they had them little fancy hors d'oeuvres going around, baby, they had some nice little trinkets too.
You got to remember, I'm from Birmingham. I ain't never really ate nothing nice. I grew up on pot pot. My mama cooked on Sundays because that was the only day
She
that
had
was
off.
slow enough.
Right.
So we eating quick meals, and then she cooked Sunday. Them leftovers, you ride that till Wednesday. So I ain't never seen a chicken cordon bleu. The hell is this?
What y'all got the chicken wrapped up in?
And I was taking shit back to the apartment. My roommates going, oh man, you got the cordon bleu tonight. Yeah, we in there drinking King Cobras and eating
And cordon
somebody's
bleu.
wedding plate food that was probably 30 a plate. We got it. And nobody questioned me.
Last question. Your happy song.
Bombs Over Baghdad.
Oh God, ain't nothing happy about that song.
It's very upbeat. Oh, you don't mean like a
Bombs
song
Over
I like listening to. You mean like an actual happy song.
No. Your happy song is no judgment. We listen, but we don't judge. No judgment. If Bombs Over Baghdad
I
makes
like
you
Bombs
happy.
Over Baghdad, and I like Taking Care of Business by BTO. Taking care of business.
Yeah.
Every day I be
Taking care of business. Okay.
That's the song I listen to after I hang up from getting good news about something that I'll eventually have a victory meal over.
Ah, I like
It's
how you
Taking
brought
Care
that
of
home.
Business. Yeah,
All right.
that's the one.
Well, I know you got to go take care of more business out here in LA. So, Roy,
This was
wait,
fun.
hold on. Let me tell you this real quick. We were doing some virtual thing, I think, for Alpha Kappa Alpha online.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, you and I.
Yeah, the AKA comedy. They were doing the virtual comedy thing.
and I didn't find out until after that I called you Roy Jones Jr. I think when you told me, I said Roy Jones Jr. I was like,
I let
wait,
it ride.
what?
I don't even correct nobody.
She said, I'm like, no.
You know, it's why only black people do it. And I don't even get mad. I be like, this is black people. This is once you Roy, you just.
You Jones Jr.
I'm happy you got the first name. Because black people don't be committing names. You just the dude from the thing
Yeah, you got
for
that
20
right.
years.
Yeah.
So
You
now,
and then it's the thing because we don't even know what the thing is.
Chris Spencer, shout out to Chris Spencer, he called it Snap Famous. He was like, I'm famous. I'm this famous.
That's good.
Yeah.
Snap famous.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Roy
Thank
Wood
you.
Jr. I appreciate it, and I love. I'm so proud of you and your success. I'm proud of the person that you are in the midst of being so successful.
Thank you, friend.
And don't ever change because you deserve everything that you have, and it's just so refreshing and so good to see good people win. So
Thank you.
I'm glad you're winning.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go do some cocaine.
Roy Wood Jr.